Hello Internet, it's Andrew Michael and welcome to this week's episode of Crapshoot Wednesday, where today we're going to be making a rug out of old t-shirts. So let's get right into today's tutorial. Now you're probably wondering, Andrew, why are you making this video and why are you doing this? Well, because I've been telling people I've been doing this, and basically what I'm doing this for is just for Christmas time, and I want to give one of my family members something, and I didn't really think of much, so what I did is I decided to do a craft that my mom decided to do, and basically that's what we're going to do. What you're going to need to do this is a 4-inch square, basically, where you measure it 4 inches across, and then in the middle what you want is a little rectangle, so you can pull the t-shirt through, and so that way you can tie it together so it doesn't come to pieces. And I made this like 2 inches in width because I really felt like that was big enough to basically, tie this through and basically have it over and over and over and over and done again. Next, what you're going to need is you want to take a t-shirt and you want to make it into a long piece of cloth like this. So as you can see here, it's pretty long, and that's what you want to aim for. Try to make it as long as you can, so that way it can make it a little bit more in diameter, basically is what I'm trying to say. And you're also going to need some scissors, so that way you can cut this through and you can tie it off. And really that's all you're going to need to do. So what you want to do is you want to take one end of your t-shirt that I have here, and you just want to wrap it around. So you just wrap it like that. And then if you have anything left over here, what you then want to do is take it and just cut it off, so that way you can have something to tie it with. I've already went ahead and cut that off, so we have a little piece of a t-shirt here. And what you want to do is you want to basically do like this. I'm going to show you what I'm doing. You want to take everything on the top layer and put your little short piece through this, so that way you can make your knot. And for the first time, what you want to do is on the first part, you just want to make a single knot. So look what I'm doing here. I just have my finger here so I can keep the hole there, and then I'm just pulling that through, and boom. That's just a single knot. A plain, regular single knot. Nothing too special about this. And then next what you want to do is you want to take one end of this and pull it through like that. And go like that. Next what you also want to do is take the other side, pull it through and flip it over. And as you can see, we have just one thing here, which is fine for right now. And then what you want to do is you want to take and do a double knot. So you want to double knot this so that way it does not come apart while you are hot gluing this or sewing this to the end of the t-shirt. And basically, this will keep it from falling apart if it ever, gets off of the rug, if it ever comes unattached. Next, what you have is a little cross thingy. You have like a little bow tie, and as you can see, it's not coming apart even when I shake it. So what you want to do now is you want to cut this part off here. You just want to cut one end. You just want to snip it like that. And you just want to take another part of this and you just want to snip it like that. And go from there. Now this rug I will go ahead and say this rug may take a couple hours to do, like maybe like 1 or 2, and you might need to tear up like 2 or 3 old t-shirts, but really if you keep going then it shouldn't be that bad. And instead of just cutting horizontally with the t-shirt, I have decided to go vertically, and it's made some really long strips, even though I don't have as many, but they're really long, and that'll keep me from doing less work. And as you can see here, we have like a little bow thing right here. And what you're going to do is when you get to like your rug thingy, you can take your hot glue or your sew and you can put it in the center of this thing. Let me show you. You just take a hot glue or your sew and put it in the middle, and then you just want to put that down so that way when you hot glue it, it'll stay on there. And you can tell how many of these I've made. Like this is as many as I've made. Look, I've made so many of these little knots, and this is just a little bit. Like this is not even all of the t-shirt that I cut together. But as you can see here, each one of these knots don't have to be the same size. It just needs to be to where it's thick enough to where you can put it down, keep it on there, and then go from there. So this is just some of the old knots that I've made off of the old t-shirt. And basically, that's all you really need to do. This task is simple enough. It's just, it takes a little bit of time to do it. And if you want to give your family or your relatives something for Christmas that really is something special, I guess, and you can reuse these, so you don't have to throw away or keep these old t-shirts or throw them away. You can just reuse them and turn them into something really nice. And basically, that's all we have to do. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Crapshoot Wednesday. And if you did, make sure you leave a like. And if you want to see the finished product of this, I'm going to put that on Twitter, or I can just show you in a little bit what the final result's going to be like. So I'll show you right now. The final product is going to look like. It's going to have these ends of this t-shirt, and I hot glued majority of these together, and they're not really staying, but that's because I don't have old t-shirt under here, which is the last part if you want to. But what I did is on the back of this, I have a bath mat I got from a dollar store. My mom got it from a dollar store, and I just hot glued it there. And this is basically supposed to stay on the floor, so that way when you're coming out of the shower, instead of accidentally slipping on the floor, this will jar your feet off, and that way you won't slip. And this makes it warm, so during the winter time it can get pretty cold, but not here in Mississippi. It gets to like 20 or 30 degrees above zero, and it's not really freezing most of the time, but if you're really feeling cold, you can just put your feet on it like that. That way you can feel warm, and you can feel it, and you can give your feet a little bit of a massage. But that's pretty much what I've done with this, is made a bath mat and put it in here. So that way we don't have to lay clothes or a towel on here. You can just keep it here, walk on it as many times as you want, and if you want to wash it, you certainly can. And since I hot glued these, if these ever come off of the mat, what I can just do is get my hot glue gun and just glue it back on, so that way, this can, put back together. So, anyways, that's pretty much all I have for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure you leave a like. And until next time, I'm Andrew Michael, and I'll see you guys next time. Thumbs up.